caliper cover installation on a 2008 Ford F-150 pickup truck. First thing you want to do is remove the wheel. We'll do the front caliper cover first. The 4x4 and the 2x4 share the same caliper, so this part number will work. A 10009F for front. The bridge will sit directly on top of the caliper bracket, just like so. The clip will slide into place like that. Second clip down on the bottom like that. Tighten down the nuts. Line everything up here. Make sure the clips are pushed all the way in, and tighten with a 3/8 wrench. Tighten to 20 inch-pounds top. Do the second clip, 20 inch-pounds. Good and snug, and we're good to go. So now you see that we've installed the caliper cover, we've slid on the clips, we've tightened the nuts, and now you just want to make sure that everything is in place. A little bit of movement is okay. Now the other thing to watch for is to make sure that everything is clearing the rotor here. So I'm using a 13 thousandths feeler gauge to go in between the clip and the rotor. We got a good fitting caliper here on the front of this Ford, and we're ready to put the wheel back on. Okay, now that the wheel's on, we want to check for clearances on the inside. So you want to look at the inside radius and make sure we have enough clearance on the wheel here, and on the outside. Make sure there's enough clearance on the outside of the caliper cover inside of the rim. As you can see, this wheel has plenty of clearance. Now with the wheel removed, we're at the back end of the Ford pickup. We're going to install the rear caliper cover. You can see the bridge configuration is a little bit different. It has a hook on the back. The rear clips are configured a little bit different. The rear clip has the stud configured into the clip itself, and the clip will install directly onto the caliper bracket. You'll install the clip at an angle and just approximate. It should be about here, and we'll slide it forward or backward depending on where the bridge lines up. So go ahead and put both clips on. Now take your caliper cover, put it in place with this back lip on the back side of the bracket, which will hold it from going forward. So place it like so. Now that you have both brackets sitting on top of the studs, place the nuts on top of the bridge. Tighten with the 3/8 wrench, 18 to 20 inch-pounds. Again, on every installation, we're looking for at least 13 thousandths of clearance. As you can see on these Ford trucks, plenty of clearance between the top of the rotor and the bottom of the caliper. Okay, installation is complete, wheels in place. Again, we're going to look for clearance. Look for clearance on the outside of the caliper cover, inside of the wheel, and towards the inside of the caliper cover. Typically on the rear wheels, we don't see much of a clearance issue. The brakes are usually tucked back a little bit further, but just to make sure, watch for clearances, make sure the wheel clears the caliper cover. This job is now complete. We're looking at about 10 minutes a wheel. It's a good do-it-yourself job. Takes very few tools, a tool to take off the wheel, a 3/8 wrench, and you're good to go.